What's going on YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another Godzilla News and Update-esque video. Holy shnikes! We got some big news. Happy Godzilla Day, everyone. Oh, I do love Godzilla Day. I'm actually going to go check out a Fathom event screening of Godzilla against Mechagodzilla tonight. But this news dropped last night. It was super late. It was like after 11, like close to midnight. I was already laying in bed. I just happened to be on Twitter, and I'm just looking at stuff, and then boom! This announcement came right out of nowhere. I'm surprised this wasn't really leaked earlier. I think there were rumors about stuff like a few months back, but the fact that this movie is already like slated to come out next year, it's already been shot and all that stuff. They filmed this whole thing in secret without anybody knowing, and I think that's pretty awesome. So Toho announced on Thursday that it is producing a new work in the Godzilla franchise with Takashi Yamazaki as the director and writer, also credited for visual effects, and it's supposed to come out November 3rd, 2023. Holy crap, this is the guy who also directed Always Sunset on 3rd Street, those movies, and if you remember, the second movie had that Godzilla cameo at the very beginning of the movie. He also directed Godzilla The Ride, which if you've seen the footage for that, like, just the way the scale and everything's kind of done, it was done exceptionally well. And he also directed a movie, which I was looking it up before I went ahead and recorded this thing, a movie I really like that I actually own called Returner, which is a crazy sci-fi movie that you should all check out. So Returner, it came out like 2002. Aliens, time travel, all the works. The villain was fun. I really liked Returner, so I'm like, I'm all sold on this guy. And we have a logo that just says 11/3/2023, basically. So the crazy thing about this thing too, so this will be live action. It's going to be made by Toho, of course, and it's coming out next year. We are now officially like less than a year away, or basically a year away from the release of this movie. Hopefully it'll get a North American release relatively the same time. I don't care if it's dub, sub, just give me that release. But wow, we're getting this, and then only like 5 months later, we're getting the Godzilla Vs Kong sequel. So we're getting 2 Godzilla movies within a span of 5 months, and one from Legendary and one from Toho, which is insane to think about. And then we also got the live action Godzilla series, and then we have that Kong Skull Island anime, most likely Godzilla Singular Point Season 2. There is a lot to celebrate if you are a Godzilla fan. There's just so much to celebrate. I'm very excited. Again, the official Twitter account posted this. I left a link, and I'll leave a link in the description below for this thing from Anime News Network. But holy crap, I don't know what I've heard rumblings that it's set in post-war Japan, so I think it's gonna be like a period piece movie, or at least part of it will be, which I'm all for. Let's get a period piece Godzilla movie. I think that sounds pretty interesting. I love the fact that we're getting all these different kind of variations of Godzilla. We're getting some really kind of crazy creative stuff from Toho, and Legendary is still doing their thing. But I think this one won't be as maybe politically oriented as something like Shin Godzilla. I think this one's going to have a lot more spectacle. And if you've seen Godzilla The Ride, if it's anything like that in terms of quality, I think we're going to be in really good shape. And I'm very excited to see what this other filmmaker brings to Godzilla. You can tell he's a big fan. I mean, you put him in Always Sunset on 3rd Street 2, also directed Godzilla The Ride, which, by the way, I didn't get to see The Ride in person, but I've seen the footage, like, from within The Ride, and the sense of scale and the way Godzilla's design looks, and Ghidorah and Rodan and all that, they all look really, really cool. So I don't know if that'll be the design, but you clearly have somebody who loves Godzilla, and I think they're a really solid choice to direct this thing. It's weird because, like, I didn't realize they actually directed a movie I really liked called Returner, so I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be fun. I'm excited. This is the first live-action movie from Toho specifically since 2016. No Shin Godzilla sequel, for those wondering. I'm pretty certain this won't be in connection with Shin Godzilla. It'll probably be something very different. Although, man, I really would have liked the sequel to Shin Godzilla, if I'm being honest. Like, that's one where the ending of that one's kind of this creepy, ambiguous ending. But there's still a lot, I think, that could be explored with that take on Godzilla. But this one, if it's going to be a period piece, which is what the rumors are going to be right now, nobody knows. But the fact that they kept this thing under wraps till now is insane to think about. Oh, yeah, by the way, we got a movie that's already been shot, and it's coming out next year. What? So I think that's very cool. They filmed this thing in secret. Because, like, nowadays, it's very rare to be surprised by things. So the fact that we got this, I think, is really exciting stuff. So yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to say very quickly about this thing. Plot details are still being kept very far under wraps. They'll announce more stuff soon enough. But happy Godzilla Day. In fact, they also released that Godzilla vs. Kong short, which I haven't watched yet because it came out like super late and I was already like asleep by that time. I couldn't wait up any longer, but I will check that out today. And yeah, so happy Godzilla Day. I hope everyone has a great one. And I am very much excited to see the continuation of the Godzilla franchise from Toho, from a director who I think has done some pretty solid stuff. I don't know what they're going to do with Godzilla this time around. I just know that I'll be there opening weekend. So yeah, I like to. You got like the G right there, but it's also kind of got Godzilla silhouetted. Lots of really cool stuff. So, all right. Well, that's all I got to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace. Happy Godzilla Day, everyone.